Okay, guys, so we're going over the Google quiz for assignment 13, questions 6 through 10. Questions 1 through 5 were on the Ed puzzle that you watched first. So we're going to continue these if you need any help on these. So we've talked about this before. In order for a graph to be proportional, the following must be true. It has to be a line. That's true. It also has to go through the origin, which is 0, 0, or the x and the y axis cross, also true. But both of those have to be true in order for it to be proportional. So our correct answer here, is this one. Okay, which of the following graphs are proportional? Just like we said, it has to be a line. So that would get rid of those two. And it has to go through the origin. So B is the only one that could be true. That is proportional on 7. Okay, moving on to 8. So we're given a graph and we kind of step through it here if it's proportional to find the rate of change. So we can look at that and we know it's a line, but it does not go through 0, 0. So we automatically know it is non-proportional down here. So let's find our change in y or change in x. Remember in the video, it said find the points where you can tell it crosses exactly. So here it crosses at 0, 2, and then I go up and it crosses here at 1, 4. So we also call our change in y change in x, just like our tables, change in y over change in x. You'll hear that referred to as rise over run. Okay, so our change in y, we have to go up 2. Change in y is 2. And our change in x, we go from 0 to 1. Change in x is 1. So change in y is 2. Change in y is 2. Change in x is 1. So the second one is our answer choice. So when we rate of change, all we have to do is simplify that to get our rate of change. We know that 2 over 1 simplifies to 2. So our rate of change is 2. All right. Moving on to 9. So this one I threw in there because it is a little tricky. And I wanted you to pay attention. You do have to pay attention to how these count. I'm thinking a lot of you probably said the change in y is 1, the change in x is 1. Thinking a lot of you might have picked the first one. But when we look at how these so I'm going to just write this up here again, change in y over change in x. We also call that rise over run. So our change in y, and these cross exactly here. I'm going from this point, 0, 0, the origin, to this point, right? Can't do a dot, obviously. So I have to go one place on the graph, but if you look, it actually goes from 0 to 60. So my change in y is actually 60. Then I go forward 1. Well, these are counting, the hours are counting in ones. So my change in x is 1. Change in y is 60. Change in x is 1. So this was actually our answer choice. So when I simplify that, 60 over 1 simplifies as 60. So my rate of change is 60. Is it proportional? Yes. Here's 0, 0. That line does go through 0, 0. So it is absolutely proportional. All right. 10. I'm looking at that and I know right away it is not proportional because it does not go through 0, 0. So now let's find the rate of change. I'm going from, and I notice that my graph counts by ones. So both my x and my y axis count by 1. So my rise, my change in y over change in x, which is rise over run. So I go up 1, my rise is 1, but then I go back 1. My run is -1. So 1 over -1 simplifies to -1. So -1 is my rate of change. All right, if you need to, go back, resubmit your Google quiz. Since you've watched this, if you missed any of the questions from 1 to 5, you'll need to go back and rewatch the Ed puzzle that you should have watched before you attempted your quiz. All right, guys, y'all are doing great. Talk to you later.